Hi, Patty. How are you?
Doing great, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, I appreciate you taking my call. It's an honor to speak with you.
You too.
My wife and I own and operate a full-service butcher shop, meat processing plant with about a team of 18 employees. We've had it for just over 10 years now, and our last year's revenue, we did $2.6 million. And my question is, after being, and still am, I guess, a workaholic. I know you talk about this a lot, how we entrepreneurs are this, but how do you get past the guilt, the constant guilt and anxiety feeling of when I take off work? Because when I take off work, I'm constantly thinking I should be here.
Well, I mean, there's two possibilities there. One is you take off work and you should have been there because the place starts falling apart when you're not there. Or you take off work, they don't notice you're gone, and you're worrying about nothing. Which is it?
Worried about nothing.
So it runs fine when you're not there.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
It's just I hired a manager 2 years ago, a real manager, about 2 years ago, and it's been phenomenal. It was the best business decision I've ever made, and things run fantastic without me. We have a great leadership team. We have a good team. It's just you get that constant pull, and my wife makes me take off, which is a good thing. We do family things together, but she has that constant, you have that constant feel like I need to be there, but it's running. I feel like sometimes I come back if we take a vacation or something like that, and it's ran better than when I was there.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Okay, so there's the first skill that people have when they open a business, the first phase of business, is they're a treadmill operator, and too much of the business relies upon them. And if you're not there, the income goes down, the place falls apart. If you want to level up and move to the next phase of business, the next stage of business, that's the Pathfinder stage, and that's where it no longer counts on you, but what you can run into there is a lack of clear direction, and that's square where you're sitting, buddy. There's no question that's exactly where you are. You have learned, you've put people in place that were quality people that you can delegate to, so you're no longer on the treadmill, but your body, your mind, your spirit still feels like it is.
Yes, sir. And I did the business assessment, and it's exactly right. The peak performer that is right where I feel like I'm too comfortable.
Yeah.
But then, yes, sir, exactly.
So when I hit that, one of the things that happened to me was I was in prayer one morning, and just in my quiet time, and I felt like God was telling me I needed to do three things. I need to work on big things, broken things, and be the product. In my case, I am the product some of the time, right now, for instance, okay? So, but working on big things and broken things rather than daily things. From that day forward, my goal from moving from Pathfinder to Trailblazer would be that I start working on the business rather than just in the business, as my friend Gerber says, who wrote the book E-Myth, okay? And so what that means is then that you transfer the energy that you had where you just run, go. You hold it all together with duct tape and baling wire. You transfer that energy to say, okay, I no longer work on that day-to-day stuff other than to look at the numbers and make sure the people that are doing it. But I work on big things, which is like opening a new store, a new product line for you, changing the pricing structure, or starting to do more on the internet and less in the brick and mortar. Whatever it is you're going to work on that's new or big. And that's what I started spending my time on. Dude, that was like 20 years ago. And that has paid off for me big time. To this day, as the CEO of Ramsey, I'm always walking around the building, and all I'm looking for is something big that I can help with or something that's broken that I can help fix. Because guys like you that start something from the ground up, and like me, we know how to fix broken stuff. We can smell it a mile away, and we know how to put our hands on it and start pushing stuff around and upset people and get crap done, you know? And that's exactly who you are. I can smell it on you. It's wonderful. You're amazing. So if it's just an act of your intellect to say, okay, I'm no longer on the treadmill. I'm now at Pathfinder, so I've got to get clear direction for my own energies and for the energies of the team, and point them in that direction. So working on the business rather than in the business is the transfer, and eventually your body will say, oh, I'm not on the treadmill anymore, and it will allow you to step aside and rest. It was 3 years ago, or 4 years ago, maybe right in there somewhere. It was before all the COVID garbage. Was the first time in my life I took 3 consecutive weeks off. I had never done that in my entire work life. So that's, and we went to Africa and they couldn't find me. So they had to figure it out, right? It was just completely handed off. But by then, obviously, we had and still do have incredible leadership in place at Ramsey to run day to day, and for that matter, solve big problems or anything that come up during a 3-week period of time. And you're already there. Your business is technically there. If you walk around and kept score, you're there. You could walk away for 3 weeks. You probably wouldn't lose a dime. Okay? But your business is there, but you're not there. You're still living 4 years ago when they needed you. And the way you felt needed was that if you weren't there, the thing fell apart. And that makes us feel important when we're founders, when we're entrepreneurs. But now you need to get a different kind of importance. Is the way I add value to the organization now, the way you add value, Patty, to the organization now, is to work on it, not in it. That's a big distinction. And you're doing great. Your brain and your body just have to catch up.